What is going on, my crew? This is Jay. Welcome to another episode of the Dark Trilogy. And in today's episode, we're going to be continuing with Botania. But first, I wanted to show you something kind of fun. And that is the alarm, industrial alarm. Now, I want to turn the sounds down because this is going to be quite loud. But check it out. I plan on using that to kind of wire up like a, if something tries to breach this area, because you're going to notice as I turn the corner that some things had happened. Yeah. So I went out because I needed to get some ender pearls, and we're going to talk about why in today's episode. But I went out and I died several times, and all sorts of crazy stuff happened. So we're going to need some of this. We're also going to need something that I put in here. Some nether brick. Okay, I think we're good to go. Ooh. No, we're not. I still need 3, 6. Yep. We need to make up some brewing stations. Because we're going to do some, not only some rune work, but we're also going to do some work on alchemy with Botania. So, let's get to it. First things first. Let's come up here and have a little talky talk. We may end up using a lot of this mana, but we actually don't have any nether wart in the nether fortress nearest to us. So I need to get nether wart, and let me make sure there are no creepers around. Okay. I need to get nether wart, and the only way to get nether wart in Minecraft, or in FTB, the Dark Trilogy, without actually obtaining it, is to put a blaze rod into our mana pool and get out nether wart. But we need this alchemy catalyst. So we're going to need some gold, some living rock, and I think I need to place down more living rock around our daisy, so I'm going to do that in a second. But first of all, what I want to do is I want to turn one of these into our mana pearl. Okay? Okay, so I read into right here. You need the catalyst, the alchemy catalyst, to be at the bottom. And then, look, we have our alchemy, if I would be able to drop it in correctly. It now works. I needed 2 of these nether wart because I want to plant one and use the other one. So I got to set this aside. Now, one of the things that I wanted to mention with this guy, we can do things like rotten flesh. Let me check and make sure. Yes, I got plenty of mana. We can put rotten flesh in there to get leather. We can do all sorts of really cool recipes with this. And I don't know if it says all the recipes, but yeah, it has a bunch of different recipes that we can use to get, like, if we use quartz, we can get quartz out of it. Just a bunch of things that we can use to be able to get really cool alchemy drops. We'll need to actually use it later on when we want a melon, because a carrot put into this supposedly makes melon. So, let's get to the fun part. Here, weird lag going on there. What we need to do now is we need to go back to our runes. So, we haven't made a rune yet, but I would like to start off with a rune of fire. This will give us 3 of it. We need the mana steel ingots here, nether brick, gunpowder, all that stuff. I haven't put, actually done any gunpowder. So let's go ahead and throw this in here. And if you look now, actually, it didn't take that much up. I thought it was supposed to take a bunch. Mana steel can be used to make armor and weapons that all use mana instead of using up the actual durability of the tool. And you can also use, let's look this up to make sure I'm correct. You can also use, here's the mana stuff, this mana tablet to recharge with mana. Now, obviously, this is going to mean that you really need to make sure that you've got lots of mana being produced constantly. While this is really great, as soon as you run out of mana, you're going to notice a huge difference. Okay, So let's get to... Really, sun's going down. Let's at least make one of these runes. Let's make the Rune of Fire. And the Rune of Fire is made with 3 of these, plus another wart and gunpowder and another brick. So, the way we do this, we're going to... Come on now. Is it right-click? Yep. Right-click. Now we have 3. 1 of these nether warts. This. And... put some gunpowder in here, and I believe... There we go. So it's going to make us a Rune of Fire. And I don't know how we get that. I don't know if... Okay, so I figured it out. So first of all, we need the mana spreader to be right next to our mana pool. And you guys see it's sucking up the mana. And what that's going to do is we're going to have to wait for the rune to be crafted. And obviously this means we're going to need a lot more living rock, because we are going to need living rock to actually inscribe our rune. And we're going to need a lot more of that if we're going to actually make a lot of runes. So, it's almost finished. We should see blue lightning when it is finished, as far as I've heard. Yep, there we go. And then, I think we right-click. No. There it is. We throw it on there. Come on. Hello. Oh, maybe we do. Hold on. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, we needed to right-click with our wand. That's what the ticket was. So let's pull out that. Okay, so we got our Runes of Fire. Pretty nifty. We really should have a chest up here, honestly, because my inventory is getting pretty full. But we are going to be using a lot of stuff. So pretty soon, this won't be as full. Okay, so next thing that I wanted to make, we need some Runes of Air. So that's going to take a string, some feather, and some carpet. Do I have string? I do. So let's go ahead and start putting that in. I believe we need 3 mana steel ingots. 2, 3. We need some feathers. 1 of those. And what was it? A carpet for air? Yes, 1 carpet coming up. And then just to get rid of that. Okay. Now, like before, right-click it, and that starts the process with the air. And then we're going to need some living rock, again, to make those runes. Okay, so this thing is ready. Let's go ahead and throw our living rock on top of it, and bam! We got our Runes of Air and Runes of Fire. So, now what do we need? We need a Rune of Autumn, which takes a Rune of Fire and Air. We need 3 types of leaves, a spider eye. So, let's get some shears. And let's hope the rubber tree leaves work. If not, then we can quickly go over there to the spruce tree. But this is the one that makes the most sense to me. And we'll throw those in. Make sure it works. 1, 2, 3. Get our spider eye. Right in there. And then 1 Rune of Fire and 1 Rune of Air. Fire, air. And we should get... Uh-oh. Fire, Rune of Air, Spider Eye. I guess... I wonder how we get these out. My guess is that we can mine this. Yes. Okay, so that's how we remove things if we make a mistake. So let's go ahead, and I didn't expect that to work because Mine Factory loaded, and those 2 mods, I don't know if they've really been integrated with each other very well. And the opposite. Okay, so then we needed that spider eye. There we go. Rune of Autumn starting to go. Wow, that's taking no time at all. And bam. We only get one of these. So that's one thing you guys need to remember is just because the other ones give you a bunch doesn't mean all of them will give you a bunch. So the Rune of Sloth, we need air, and then we need 2 mana diamonds. So let's actually make up all the mana diamonds that we need. And then we'll put in 1, 2 mana diamonds. Rune of Air. Rune of Autumn. And there we go. Rune of Sloth being made. The next one we need is the Rune of Pride. And for that we need the Rune of Summer, which means we need a melon. We already got a slime ball and 2 sand. That's pretty easy. But this guy right here, Rune of Earth, I need a block of coal, colored stone, well, any type of stone, and a mushroom. So let's get that one done next. So in order to do that, we're going to need to have 9 coal, which is conveniently right there for me. Make up a block of that stuff. I don't want this in my inventory. It keeps appearing. Alright, let's check the progress. It is done. But I'm not seeing... There we go. Alright, throw that... Oh, come on. There we go. Go ahead. And that gives us 2 Runes of Sloth. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's put a block of coal, which actually we don't have to right click, I believe. Yep, we can do that. Rune of Pride, Rune of Summer, Rune of Earth. We need 3 mana steel, stone, and a mushroom. I will say I do prefer to right click because I don't like throwing things around. And then 1, 2, 3. There we go. Get that process started. Okay, so it makes melon seeds. Right. Can I make... No. Okay, so I guess that does put us at a stopping point. So I will be right back when we get some melons. And then we can continue on. Okay, so after, like, I don't know, 30 minutes of trying to get melons to spawn, I finally got them to spawn. Whoopsies, new moob. So let's go ahead and do that number, and then do that number. Alright, so we get 2 of these. Let's get rid of the feather. Actually, let's get rid of the stick. Pick that feather back up. So those are the Runes of Earth. Now, where were we? Because I don't remember. Rune of Pride. We need a Rune of Summer. Right, so Rune of Summer, we need slime balls, 2 sand. Okay, Rune of Earth, Rune of Air. Gotcha. So, Rune of Earth, Rune of Air, melon, slime ball, 2 sand. So we need to go get 2 pieces of sand, which is literally the easiest part of this. Bam! Now we get the Rune of Summer working. Oop. Did it fall off the edge? Yes, it fell off the edge. Whoa. Come on! There we go. Did I automatically... Yes. Okay. Rune of Summer, Rune of Fire. This should go fast if it was like the other one, which is the Rune of Sloth. Right click. These guys in. Do. Get our wand back out. And there we go. That guy is working. Alright, so I'm back. And what we've got now, we can make this last rune. There we go, the Rune of Sloth. And now, in order, I believe we're going to be using our Petal Apothecary now. But we do need to make a few minor things before we get to that. So yes, the Petal Apothecary. We're going to need light gray mana petal and gray mana petal. And then a redstone root is the only other thing. Redstone root is pretty easy, I believe. Yep, grass and a redstone, and you're good to go. And then we'll go ahead and put mystical gray petal in there and a... There we go. Apparently this one didn't go in. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So, let me just make sure that that was all we We need it. Okay, so we need gray, blue, yellow, green, and red. Alright, so let's get the, ooh, we're going to need a bucket. I forgot about that. And we'll also need some seeds to be able to get this guy running. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we'll put the water in, and then we'll put in the ones that we know need to go in there. So the Rune of Pride, the Rune of Sloth. Let's get some gray petals in there. And then our more important gray petals. And then I believe it was red, green, yellow, and there was one other one. Let's check. Red, green, yellow, and light blue. Light blue. And then seeds. Oopsies. Okay, let's try this again. Seeds. Come on, really? Seeds. What are we missing? I said seeds. Rune of... Did we get the... No, redstone root. That's what we forgot. And now, seeds. Bada bing! Orechid. Okay, so, in theory, we place our Orechid down. And then we go... Oh, wait. Hold on. This isn't going to work. Because it needs to pull mana. Okay? That's how this thing works. It doesn't just, like, bam, automatically, magically... Well, it does magically because it's magic. But I don't know if it needs to be hooked up by a mana spreader. I don't think it does. I think it will pull right from this mana pool. So let's go ahead and try it. Look at that. Nice. Iron. Diamonds! Look at that. We got a little silver, so it does... Okay. I want to see... Ooh, look at that. There is a lot of mana being used every time. And it doesn't matter what it is, either diamond or coal. We're using quite a bit of mana. So this thing is really nice. But unfortunately, it used up all our mana just on 8 of these things. So let's do our thing and pick up our diamonds and things like that. But just remember, guys, this is a really useful tool because we got diamonds. We got 3 of them with this Fortune 2 pick. But now we ran out of all of our mana. So, yeah. But that's a good example of some of the things that we get to use in Botania. So that's a really helpful accessory. But we've got all sorts of these little things that I want to get to working on. And I need to do some more research. But that's not what we're going to do in the next episode. The next episode, I want to focus on doing some bee stuff. We've been doing a lot of work on technical stuff and haven't even touched nature. So that's what I want to do in the next episode, is touch a little bit of the nature mods and try and work on getting some bees going, as well as figuring out some of the cool forestry stuff. So that's going to do it for today's episode, everybody. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.